Hi, Anthony Mahabir here, author of Shadows in the Trade Winds with episode 10. This question comes from Denise in Bermuda, who asked, how did you find the storytellers in the chapter Beyond the Bermuda Triangle? Well, in the case of the brother and sister who shared the story of Jane Gardner, it was really a matter of coincidence. I met them during an evening sail aboard the Uber Vida while they were visiting Bermuda, now with their spouses 19 years after their strange encounter in St. George's. Like many conversations between strangers who find themselves in the company of others, it started with small talk. We spoke about the beauty of the island, the ocean, and eventually the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. At one point, we were discussing strange disappearances and unexplained events. The sister laughed and said, after what happened to us in Bermuda, none of those stories surprise me anymore. Of course, that caught my attention. I asked what she meant, but she just smiled and said, it was a long story for another time. The cruise came to an end, and we agreed to continue conversation over lunch the next day. By then, we had spent several hours talking, and I think they both realized that I wasn't just interested in sensationalizing their experience or proving anything one way or another. It was simply interested in hearing their story. It was over lunch that they finally shared what had happened to them in St. George's 19 years earlier. As they spoke, it became clear this wasn't just a story they remembered, it was an experience that had stayed with them ever since. And that's often how these stories find their way to me, not through investigation, but through conversation. Because in the Caribbean, stories don't just live in books, they live in people.